Good evening, my friends. Thank you. Hello, my friends. What a pleasure to see you all tonight. Thank you for your patience, but I can tell you, you saw it. We have such a great team of candidates. I want to thank Navdeep Bains for welcoming us here. Merci, Nav. The one and only Navdeep Bains, Mississauga Malton. It is so great to be here tonight, surrounded by so many friends, old and new. Thank you. Whether this is your first Liberal rally, or your second, or your 10th, it's great to see you. And I want to start by saying something that I really can't say often enough. Thank you. Thank you. I know so many of you are pulling late nights and early mornings, knocking on doors and sharing our Liberal plan to move Canada forward. And of course, with advanced polls this weekend, it's only getting busier. But I know, and you need to know, that every call you make, every door you knock, every conversation you have brings us one step closer to our goal on October 21st. So for all you do, all you've done, and mostly all you're going to do over the next 10 days, thank you. Tonight, my friends, I want to talk to you about the future of Canada, the greatest country in the world. Because in this election, there are two very different visions of Canada on offer. One will take us backwards, and one will take us forwards. Andrew Scheer wants to give a $50,000 tax cut to millionaires. I want to cut taxes for middle-class Canadians. Andrew Scheer wants to scrap the first and only national climate plan Canada has ever had, and I want to fight climate change. Andrew Scheer wants to cut the services you rely on most, and I want to keep investing in your future. Backwards or forwards, that's the choice of this election, and it is yours to make. But first, let's have a look at what we've achieved together. I want to talk about how, in just 4 short years, we created over 1 million new jobs and lifted 900,000 people out of poverty, including 300,000 kids. It didn't happen by accident, that's for sure. My friends, everything we've achieved over the past 4 years has been thanks to Canadians' hope and hard work and their belief, your belief, that better is always possible. Après avoir été délaissés pendant 10 ans par le gouvernement de Stephen Harper, les gens en avaient assez. Assez de la politique de la peur et de la division. Assez d'un gouvernement conservateur qui refusait d'investir dans les gens, qui s'est tourné les pouces et qui manquait franchement d'ambition. Donc, en 2015, les Canadiens ont décidé de nous faire confiance. D'un océan à l'autre, ils ont uni leurs voix et ont voté pour du vrai changement. Real change has meant more help for hard-working middle-class families. It means more help for new moms like Jen, who uses her Canada Child benefit to pay for diapers and baby clothes. And Allison, a single mom of 2 who's called the CCB a lifesaver. Real change has meant investing in My Way service, helping commuters like Lynn get downtown for work, and students like Bassam, who studies at George Brown College, get to class on time. And real change has meant lowering taxes for the middle class, investing in skills training, and building new rental apartments for folks right across the Peel region. And while we've done a lot, the truth is, we're just getting started. We have more work to do, but trust me when I say we will get the job done. Because together, we're focused on building a better Canada for all Canadians. And then, on the other hand, you have Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives. They've spent the last 4 years voting against the things that Canadians need. They voted against the Canada Child benefit, against the middle class tax cut, against a stronger retirement for seniors. Think about that. Voting against the things that have helped so many people get ahead. And now, they're asking you to believe them when they say they'll help you and your family. Thankfully, Canadians aren't buying it, because we've seen this Conservative movie before. In opposition, Conservatives stand in the way of good policies that help people. Then they campaign on fear and empty promises. And as soon as they get into power, they cut taxes for the wealthiest and cut services for everybody else. It's textbook Conservative politics. And this election is no different. Just like Doug Ford made massive cuts here in Ontario, Andrew Scheer will cut the things you and your family rely on. But don't take my word for it. Take his. Yesterday, finally, we learned what's in Andrew Scheer's platform. No wonder he's been hiding it for so long. No wonder he tried to bury it late on the Friday of a long weekend. You can sum up Mr. Scheer's platform in 3 words: cuts, cuts, cuts. You know what he did? He looked at what's happening here in Ontario and decided that the biggest problem with Doug Ford's cuts is that they're too small. He looked at Doug Ford's cuts and said, "Hold my beer." So he came up with more cuts, $53 billion worth of cuts. Andrew Scheer's cuts will be 4 times larger than Doug Ford's. To put that in perspective, think about this. Andrew Scheer's cuts are larger than the total amount the federal government is spending on health care this year. More than double the cost of the Canada Child benefit. And it's about what we spent last year alone on benefits for seniors. Almost 20 times what we spend on student aid. You get my point. Andrew Scheer's cuts make up a big, big number. And when he was asked what he would cut to reach that number, you know what he said? He said he'd find efficiencies. He said he wouldn't cut core services. Where have you heard that before, my friends? You see, For Conservative politicians like Doug Ford and Andrew Scheer, the only services that matter are those that serve the wealthy. For everybody else, it's cuts, cuts, cuts. Cuts to education, cuts to health care, cuts to childcare, cuts to infrastructure. Well, I think people have seen quite enough of this from these Conservatives, and so the choice couldn't be clearer. Do you want investments in the middle class, or do you want cuts 4 times bigger than Doug Ford's? Do you want real climate action, or do you want cuts? Do you want to make education more affordable, or do you want cuts? Do you want to give seniors the benefits they deserve, or do you want cuts? See, luckily, you can send a clear message to the Conservative Party on October 21st. My friends, Andrew Scheer wants you to gamble with your family's future and double down on Conservative politicians. But Canadians know that they deserve better. It's time to stop Conservative cuts. And what about the NDP? Remember this, the NDP couldn't stop Stephen Harper. The NDP couldn't stop Doug Ford. And the NDP can't stop Andrew Scheer. The only way to stop Conservative cuts is to vote Liberal. Mes amis, au cours des 4 dernières années, notre équipe a travaillé fort pour améliorer la qualité de vie de la classe moyenne et de ceux qui travaillent fort pour en faire partie. On s'est battu pour les travailleurs et les familles, pour les étudiants et les aînés. Pendant 4 ans, on s'est battu pour vous. On s'est battu pour vous quand on a renégocié l'ALENA et on a conclu un accord de libre-échange avec notre voisin à une époque où le protectionnisme domine. On s'est battu pour vous quand on a travaillé directement avec les municipalités pour améliorer les routes et le transport en commun, pendant que certains gouvernements conservateurs provinciaux s'amusaient à faire de la petite politique. Et on s'est battu pour vous quand on a mis en place le premier et le seul plan national pour s'attaquer au plus grand défi de notre époque, les changements climatiques. On sait qu'il nous reste encore beaucoup de travail à faire, mais c'est justement pour ça qu'on doit continuer à se battre. As Canadians head to the polls, here's what we need to remember. If you want progressive action, you need a progressive government, not a progressive opposition. If you want to build a better future for our kids and grandkids, and I mean really build a better future, voting Conservative won't get us there. In 2015, we closed the book on the Harper decade. We can't afford to go back. My friends, the very first thing we did when we formed government was cut taxes for the middle class by raising them on the wealthiest 1%. And if we win this election, our very first act in Parliament will be to cut taxes for the middle class again with nothing for the 1%. Contrast that for a moment with Andrew Scheer's proposed tax changes. Under a new Conservative government, a person making 400K a year will benefit more than a person making 40K. That's not fair. And Andrew Scheer would create a tax shelter for millionaires that would let them save as much in taxes as the average Canadian earns in a year. That's not right. Liberals believe in giving more help to the middle class and those working hard to join it, and less help to millionaires. That's why our tax cut, coupled with our plan to slash cell phone bills by 25%, will save the average Canadian family $1,500 a year. You want to talk about for the people? Well, that, my friends, is for the people. You know what else is for the people? Standing up and saying that when it comes to gun violence in this country, enough is enough. Too many lives have been lost. Now is the time for political courage. Our kids' very lives depend on it. So unlike Andrew Scheer's Conservatives, Liberals will bring in the toughest gun control laws that Canada has ever had. Mes amis, notre plan est ambitieux. Mais pour pouvoir le mettre en œuvre, on doit rassembler les Canadiens. Ça inclut non seulement ceux qui sont plus à gauche que nous, mais aussi ceux qui sont plus à droite. Rappelez-vous ce que je disais pendant la campagne de 2015. Les conservateurs ne sont pas nos ennemis, ils sont nos voisins et on partage les mêmes inquiétudes. Ils s'inquiètent de la menace que représentent les changements climatiques, de la montée du populisme, de l'intelligence artificielle et de l'autonomisation. Ils se préoccupent du coût de la vie parce que les prix augmentent alors que les salaires restent les mêmes. Comme nous, nos voisins conservateurs se demandent ce que l'avenir leur réserve dans un monde qui évolue constamment. La réalité, c'est que les politiciens conservateurs n'ont pas de plan concret pour répondre à leurs préoccupations, mais nous, oui. Donc, montrons à nos voisins conservateurs qu'on va se battre pour eux et avec eux. Montrons-leur qu'il y a de la place pour tout le monde dans notre mouvement ouvert et positif. My friends, we will make life more affordable. We will fight climate change, and we will get guns off our streets. I know we can do this. I know we can do this because I believe in this team. I believe in all of you. And most importantly, I believe in Canadians. My dear Liberals, we started this journey together years ago because we believed that better is always possible. And from the very beginning, this movement was never about us. It's always been about people. It's about the Hamilton steelworkers who are no longer suffering under unfair tariffs from the Trump administration. And it's about the Indigenous communities who now finally have clean drinking water. It's about the students who can sleep easier at night knowing they don't have to pay back their loans right away. And it's about the parents who can now afford new winter boots for their kids. That's what we're doing here. That's what this is all about. See, my friends, Andrew Scheer wants you to think this election is about me. This election isn't about me. This election is about you. This is your country and your choice, and it couldn't be clearer. So let's do what Canadians always do. Let's pull together, let's go knock doors, and on October 21st, let's stop Conservative cuts and let's choose forward! Merci beaucoup!